Good morning. Oh, where to begin? All right, so this is my second video on the Solodark things. I had some time to think about it. Basically, I like the idea of this Game Master's design kit. However, one of the things that I dislike is the loose leaf papers. Now, there's like a lot of good stuff here, but the loose leaf papers just kind of killed it for me. I would rather have everything kind of combined into a notebook, basically. So I got this little notebook here that I'll be transcribing everything into for now. I'm going to try to set it up so that it's characters also. You can see that it's not like a ginormous thing, just a little guy. I like the idea of keeping the solo session analog and kind of tight. Yeah, basically I just don't want to have to like shuffle through a bunch of things, and I like keeping things kind of closer together. Hopefully you will also notice that the camera is a little bit closer on reviewing the previous footage. I noticed that you were pretty far away, you couldn't see what I was writing and things like that. I'm hoping that having a little bit closer will fix that. Let me know if it's better. If it's not, I'll figure something out. The ShadowDark Game Master Design Kit is a fantastic product, but for me and my purposes, I would love to go back and review my notes, and I don't want like 3-ring binders, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be moving everything into this. So first off is I am going to just give us a little bit of personalization. I got a bunch of stickers from Amazon. We're just going to personalize our little guy here. And let's give it a good title. It's going to be probably a little lame. I'm just going to call this Solodark. Soft center, that's fine. Not a big deal. And we'll just set this aside. So, first part is organization. We're going to take this. Page 1 is always going to be the index, at least for this product. I want to be able to easily find things. In the Game Master Design Kit, you will find that the first page, sorry, I have it out of order here. First page is the world map. So we're going to go ahead and label this one. We'll flip the page here, and we'll go 2 and 3. So we'll come back here. We're going to do world map, page 2 and 3. Not really necessary, but I like keeping things organized. And I apologize for my wobbly hands. I don't know what that's all about. You can see here that I already decided that 1 mile is about ½ an inch, roughly. This particular notebook has little notches so that if you want, you can draw in and kind of create a graph paper. I really do like the hex look, but honestly, I'm not going to bother at this point in time. I'm just going to take our first hex here, and it's going to fit in about a 1/4 inch space. I'm going to ignore, nor try to ignore, these lines. And I'm just going to put our starting hex right in the middle here, or as close to middle as possible. It'll be a little bit off center. So I'll just put it off onto this page here. We'll do a little dot in a circle, and that's going to be Rularn. And this is all grassland, so I'm just going to put little grass symbols. No big deal. If you like hex paper, that's great. If you have a notebook, you could use some nice archival tape or something, put it in here. Or if you have a notebook, you can draw in the hexes. I did attempt to draw hexes for a little while. Not a big fan of how it was turning out. The hexes were either too long or too tall, and creating a proper hex would either require it to be too large on my pages or just kind of goofy looking, I guess, which there's nothing wrong with being goofy looking, as I well know. Let's see. So that's the beginning of our world map. And when I travel, ShadowDark uses about 6 mile hex roughly. You can kind of give or take a little bit, and kind of depends on a couple of factors, but in general, a 6 mile hex. So this will kind of automatically kind of become hex-ish as I travel out with my heroes. But world map is taken care of, so we're all set. Next up is Rularn. And actually, I think I'm going to change that. We're going to go ahead and do the world hex kind of, what would you call it? Basically a key to kind of keep track of everything. Now this is going to be a problem if I'm not using a hex system. So we're just going to essentially just kind of tag things. So I'm going to take my red pen and I will tag this as 1. Just here, not a big deal. I'll have little red numbers throughout the map. I'm not super worried about it, but let's go ahead and give our map or our pages a title. So we'll go world map. Nice and easy. We'll flip the page and we will call this, I got some bleed through. That's okay. We're going to call this the world map index. This is where we're going to record notes on our world map, and we'll go ahead and number the pages as well. 4 and 5. And I'll go ahead and flip over and add that to our index. World map index, page 4 and 5. Nice and easy. And we do know a couple of things about our world map index, or our world map. So for area 1, it's deadly, grassland, and it contains the metropolis of Rularn. Nice and easy. We're well on our way to generating a full map here and keeping track of all of the details we could ever want here. So that's great. We got this done, so I'm going to set this aside. And now we have Rularn itself. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the page. Basically, I'm just organizing. Organization requires some space. So we're just kind of making space for all of these notes that we'll be taking over time. If I was very smart, I might use pencil instead, but I want to see if you guys can see this properly. You can enjoy my horrible handwriting and get an idea for what we're doing as we create this campaign. So this is going to be pages 6 and 7. And we're going to go ahead and label this Metropolis of Rularn. And then over here, we're going to call this the Rularn map key. Probably a better term than index, because we're going to keep referencing our index here. So we have the map of Rularn. That's on page 6. And then we have the Rularn map key on page 7. Not bad. I will sort of transcribe this map. Basically, how ShadowDark does it is you kind of drop dice on the page and you will kind of generate an outline. And we did that during our last video and came up with a couple of things. So I don't think I'll bore you too much with that on this little video, but I just wanted to basically say that the map will go on this page, then the settlement key will go on this page, so they're nice and close to each other, and we can create notes. On my next live stream, I might do that, but for this particular video, just kind of keeping notes, and we'll set this guy to the side. Now we have a couple other things that we did not get to in that section, or the rest of the Game Master Design Kit. So I'm going to keep this set aside. I'm going to borrow some of the ideas from it. I like some of the notes, kind of how it keeps track of NPCs and what they do and everything. I'm going to set this to aside to use as a template as I play. Yeah, it's a really great template, a really great tool, and just for me and my purposes, I would like everything bound in a notebook. This will go also for our heroes. I'm going to transcribe them into this as well. I think what I might do is go through and number all of the pages, and I might put my heroes either at the back, because I'm sure that some of them will eventually die during the campaign, and I don't know if I really want them kind of stacked in with everything else. I think I'd like to have like a spread, basically, of what our heroes look like. So I'll think about that. We'll come back to it, see how we feel about it, and yeah, we'll do that. Let me think here. I might try to do something tomorrow morning as far as the live streaming. I'm not totally sold on it just yet, but we'll find out. I'll let you guys know, and let me know what you think about notebooks versus loose leaf sheets of paper, even character sheets. I do like the ShadowDark character sheet quite a bit, but one of the benefits that will happen when I transcribe it is that I can adjust space for inventory. unlike these ones where it's always here on the character sheet when I fill it out. It will be um, hopefully a little bit more, how do you call it, adjustable for individual classes and that kind of thing. Until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.